Hey, what's poppin', YouTube family? Wait. Cut to the beat.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they getting wild for me, and all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style from me, and if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean. World debut.
Hey, what's up? If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Mark. Please remember to slash that like button, and also please remember to annihilate that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell. Also, leave me comments down below. But I think I've talked enough, so let's just jump straight into these videos. Let's go! Okay, let's get this started.
What if you could renew your contact lens prescription from home?
What's going on? It's my favorite Lex here, you know? We're gonna be missing for a little bit, but it is what it is. Hey, Lex, come. And yo, what's good? It's Double K. Free up my brothers in the yard, and that can't wait till they all come back. Hey, free the 27 original.
I like how this is almost giving me at the beginning of it, like as if there's like, you know how like you have like the dispatchers when you go like 911, what's your emergency? Like I love how that's giving me that type of vibe already, and with this song being called Welcome to Prison, so it's almost giving me like a double entendre off of that, even though this wasn't like a 911 type of call. But let me jump back into this.
District, what's goody?
I gotta pause this real quickly. I really want to know how they're gonna attack this beat, because this almost sounds like a ballad, as if you're about to give me like pure like raw vocals and just like sing. So I'm really skeptical to hear how this is about to go. Let me jump back into this.
Mama always said, pray for the best, expect the worst. Don't make promises if you go back on your word. If you're doing it wrong, you gotta be willing to work. Hit a search and grab the dosh, gotta get to it first. See, I grew up in church, but I had devils in my ears saying fuck it, controlling my young mind like a puppet. Had me skipping school, dishing sideys in the alley as a youngin'. Never a boss, bro, I was running. Ayy, started running back just to get paid. Now bro's got beef, I gotta run with a brace. See my and that's when my heart changed. Took a couple L's, but that's part of the game. Live and learn, forget how it comes. And if it kicks off, brother, don't run. I was taught from young. Then I'll get caught up in the system, didn't listen, and that's how I got.
I love how technical he is with this beat. Like this beat is so simplistic, but he's so technical, and just the subtlety of how he's riding it is so well done and so well executed that he's staying like on the beat so precise with such accuracy and such precision. And this is why I love ONEFOUR, because you can tell like they put in a lot of time and effort in perfecting and crafting their flow. Like regardless of whatever the melody or whatever the beat, when it drops, you can tell that they put so much effort into trying to master and figure out how they're going to attack it and just take off and run with it. Like I really thought that this would be like a singing track, but it's not, because me knowing and having react to them, knowing that they're a drill group, I was like, okay, this song sounds like I'm about to get like pure vocals, and then now I'm like, okay, how are they gonna, I'm like intrigued, how are they gonna sit here and attack this? And to hear how it's going already, phenomenal.
Done. See, I'm just trying to make a living, lad, and just do me. Now I ain't stopping till they set me free. We stand firm to the word FTP, praying for somebody to rescue me. Train hard, my brother, and stay staunch. Listen, don't be another victim lost to the system. And you'll be eat swell when they come to meet you and say, my also welcome to prison. Aye. From my brothers in the yard.
I want to say that I love that reflective part that they gave with him reverting back to looking at his younger self, but then also going back to him as he's maturing into like a young man, and they flip this screen back between him as a youngin and then him now. Like, that was amazingly done and so well executed, and it really drove the point home, like, for anybody who's grown up in the hood and had to deal with like law enforcement, and just how that they can just come at you in such a way that is so unwarranted, even if you didn't do something. Like, I don't know the story behind this that much, but to just to see it, it just really drives home of like anybody who's growing up in who has grown up in the hood, they know this all too well, of how sometimes those people who sit in higher authority can like sort of like tend to like abuse that power and try to make you feel less than, if that makes sense. But let's jump back into this.
I can't wait till they all come back, till they all come back. 1-4 party, the gang 2-7 where my heart is at, where my heart is at. We chopped up too easy, got locked up too easy, and now I'm on TV. I bet it burns them to see me walk, they'd rather see me between these walls. We expect the worst, hope for the best. Keep it close if you know they're down for a stretch. They call us ball runners without much respect. Well known in the system, there's not much of us left. You also got the coolest speech, biggest speech.
I always gotta pause it at him because he is my favorite in the group. I just love his swag, his vibe, everything. Just how he just executes and just attacks the track. Like, you already know that he's coming and he's not playing with anybody. Like, you know when he jumps on the track, he's going to rip it and kill it. Like, that's it. Period. With a T. The end. Let's jump back into this.
A dog that couldn't take the pressure for what he did. The lowest to the lowest that he can get as a cream. Having level with the rest of him down in protection. Separated from the rest of us. Cause our instincts always got the best of us. Paranoid thinking now there's no one left to trust. Don't get me wrong, the boys in this still don't give a fuck. But why is he acting sus? Heard the fellas over there trying to take me for a hit of spite. I'm just gonna chill and wait. Back waiting another day. Pull up to his cell, give him hell. I want all you got. Put aside this pillowcase and don't forget you didn't try. Ayy. See, I'm just trying to make a living out and just do me. See, I ain't stopping till they set me free. We stand firm to the word FTP, praying for somebody to rescue me. Train hard, my brother, and stay staunch. Listen to...
And I love 1-4 storytelling in this video too, because it's very visual. Like, I can almost like, the way that 1-4 is attacking this track, I don't even need this video, even though I'm glad I have the video. So just follow me of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they are so gifted in what they're doing that I don't need this visual. Like, I can just have an audio and can picture everything that they're saying. And it's so crazy because they have that storytelling capability where it's like introduction, chapter 1, and then you close out epilogue, the end. Like like that's just how physically gifted and talented they are when they attack a track. It's so amazing, and I love the storytelling and the poetic genius behind what they're doing, because this is like poetry in motion of what they're doing. Whoa, I love this. Let me take that back a little bit.
Be another victim to the system. Then you'll be A2R when they come to make charge. Same old, so welcome to prison. Aye.
It's so crazy how this almost looks like, I'm sorry, but this is like things that I pay attention to, how this almost could look like paradise, where you see like those palm trees, but then you go inside the yard, but then you realize that you're on lockdown and you're secluded. Like, I pay attention to things like that. Like, this isn't a resort, and that's why they're like, welcome to prison, and through the lyrics, like, this is like real life. Like, this is like real life shit that we're having to deal with. And the way that they use this imagery to like kind of show that is almost like, it shows like how it could show like how this could be like a beautiful paradise of on the outside, but what's underneath, it's like when you think of like how like a sitting duck is, like it's calm on the surface, but underneath it's like paddling real fast to like stay afloat. And that's like what I was getting from that imagery right here of how you have the palm trees, but then you're in, like when you go inside the yard and you see the prison, you see that this is real life issues, that these are people who are on lockdown and they just want to get out because their freedom has been taken away, and they're just wondering when they're going to be able to see the light of day again, and to be able to get the fresh air, and to be able to sit there and walk free. I mean, granted, there are some people who are in prison who have committed crimes that are crazy and heinous that should be there, but we can't sit there and not recognize that there are actually innocent people who are behind bars, and even people who are behind bars for petty crimes that doesn't warrant being behind bars, if that makes sense, where like that should have been just like, okay, like a slap on the wrist and then you go. But then you have some people who have to go through, like they have to go through the system, they have to be inside these yards and be subjected to this lifestyle, when all they could have been given was like a warning and don't do that again. But then they sit there and have to be in there with people who are axe murderers and just things like that, and rapists and pedophiles and things like that. Those are people that should be in jail. But then when you have like people who are innocent, or people who have done like petty crimes, that's where the disconnect comes from me. But let's jump back into this and finish this off.
We chopped up too easy, got locked up too easy. Now I'm on TV. I bet a person to see me walk, they rather see me in between these walls.
Oh, so was this dedicated to the members of ONEFOUR, like some the fallen members? Well, they're not fallen, but like if you say it in a hypothetical sense, it's like fallen because they are in the system in prison. Somebody let me know in the comments below, because it's basically shouting them out. It's like a tribute to them. So I wonder, are these the people who are a part of ONEFOUR, the group, and down with them, who are in prison right now? So they made this track for them. That's dope. I like this, to give them like some encouragement. Okay, so let's quickly talk about ONEFOUR with Welcome to Prison. I love this. Let me say hands down already, I'm about to give this a rating of 10 out of 10. I love the execution that they did. Like I said, this really has like a track where I thought that this could have been like a track that showcased vocals. Like this could have been like a ballad track, like as in, so to speak, somebody giving like pure raw vocals to like tug on your like heartstrings and like project and try to get emotion out of you. And the way that they were able to rap with like such precision and such accuracy and such technicality was amazing. It was almost like a trained dancer, how they were able to stay on beat and on key with this. That was crazy. I love the storytelling capability. I love the imagery behind it. Like I said, especially like when you see the palm trees, but then you go inside and then you see that these people are locked down and they're almost treated as if they're animal, like they're not even human anymore. And like I said, this is going for the people who have actually not really done anything to be in this predicament and in those situations that warranted being locked down. Like I said before, there are people who have done some heinous crimes and some heinous acts that should be in prison, but then we can't not recognize that there are people who are low-key, high-key, basically, in there for all the wrong reasons. That there are innocent people behind bars, and then there are innocent people behind, like there are people who are behind bars for petty crimes that don't really need to be there. But I just love everything about this. Like I said, I was expecting like a typical drill like type of beat for them to like go off and snap, in the way that they sat there and was able to evoke emotion and do a tribute to those members of part of their group, I thought was phenomenal. I thought that they did an amazing job. They executed this very well, and I love this. I love this. I love this. So let me know what you thought of 1-4 in the comments below with Welcome to Prison. And with that being said, please remember to be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.